looking at the charges, what are the possible penalties that Hunter Biden could face when it comes to sentencing?
Well, this is probably a case that will end in probation. We have yet to see what the judge will do. This is a serious crime. This is a felony to lie on a form to obtain a gun. The broader problem we have in the United States is that gun laws such as this one are rarely enforced. We have these laws on the books, but prosecutors are very reluctant to prosecute people for lying about drug use, alcohol use, domestic violence, and other material information when they purchase a gun. The National Rifle Association, the gun lobby, has an enormous amount of influence in the United States. So our laws are inadequate with respect to gun safety, and the laws we have are rarely enforced. And that's why, of course, Hunter Biden and his attorneys are claiming that this is somehow a special prosecution targeted at him. I have absolutely no sympathy for Hunter Biden. I have absolutely no sympathy for anyone who lies on a form to obtain a gun permit in the United States. But we absolutely need to enforce our gun laws and not just have this be a one-off case brought against Hunter Biden. And the irony is that a lot of the people in the National Rifle Association and those who don't want to enforce any of these gun laws, they are backing Donald Trump for president, and he is a convicted felon in New York for falsification of business records, also a very serious crime. And I remind everyone that Hunter Biden is not running for president of the United States. His father is.
Indeed.
That's really what this story is all about.
It is, but of course, one of the questions which is more straying into the politics, I might say, is how this might impact his father's chances. We'll come to that perhaps in a second, but I wanted to first of all ask you about what his path is to a possible appeal. We heard from President Biden alluding to a possibility of an appeal.
Well, he can appeal just as Donald Trump can appeal the criminal conviction he has in New York. I think that in both cases, the appeals are unlikely to succeed, but there's always grounds to try to appeal a criminal conviction, and Hunter Biden has every right to do that. The broader issue in the political sphere ought to be, are we serious about enforcing gun laws in the United States? Or are we just going to be prosecuting Hunter Biden, not other people who lie on these forms or people who buy guns for others who are ineligible? We have an epidemic of gun violence in the United States. We need to have law and order in this country, and enforcing our gun laws for everybody is absolutely critical. And second, we need to remember that Hunter Biden is not a candidate for president. His father is, and a lot of families have had problems with drug addiction, problems with criminal conduct, but those are not the family members who should be running for president of the United States. We should not have anyone who's a convicted felon running for any political party for the presidency of our country.